All right, the shows are over. Now what? Basically, from here, I'm going to take you behind the scenes of what an improvement season really looks like for Fit Model. The mindset, the training, body changes, and what I'm going to focus on this year. So it's Monday. I hope you are enjoying your week. I don't know when this will be when I post it, but for right now, it's Monday. And yeah, let's do this. I would say one of the biggest mistakes that most people who are new to the sport think is that, the prep is where you build things. That you can't be more wrong than that. I know a lot of people wait to hire a coach until like, oh, I'm 16 weeks out, I'm 20 weeks out, it's time to hire a coach. That's the absolute wrong way to go about things. You really don't do a lot of growing in the prep phase. It's in the improvement season where the gains are made. And this is why I am so happy to be back in improvement season. I honestly did not realize, and I mentioned this on Instagram the other day, like I did not realize how much I missed pushing so hard in a workout that you want to vomit. Like, oh, the lifts have been feeling so good. I'm just like feeling so good. And so like any little like hesitation that I had before about like quitting that show, it's so long gone, it's not even funny. So now is the time to build. If you are leading yourself through an improvement season, I'd say that's a really, I'm just going to say it, that's ballsy decision, because you might not be pushing yourself as much as a coach would push you. And that's, again, the time to make the gains. So that's, I think, one of the biggest misconceptions about coaching. Doesn't matter the category, whether it's fit model, bikini, figure, wellness. That's why, too, we don't do a lot of 12-week preps, because it's like, it will work, especially with fit model. I feel like we have a little bit more flexibility if you're coming in, you're already super muscular because you've done sports your whole life, but a lot of people who are hitting the stage for the first time in fit model aren't that. Some are, but some aren't. So if this is you, you're brand new to the sport, and you're like, I think I'm just going to do like a little 12-week prep. Look, you can do whatever you want, but it just might not be the best results for you. So anyway, I'm going to take you through a week of reverse dieting. Good morning to you guys. It is Tuesday. We are the second day into the week. Just wanted to update you because it is not always like, the best ever as far as consistent weight loss goes, because sometimes you execute everything right and yes, still don't lose whatever. Like, for example, I have weekend inflammation, got back to it yesterday, and like the scale stayed the same, and it's like, that's annoying. However, this kind of stuff happens, and you can't get down on yourself. So I just want to come on and share that. One, two, I had an epic workout yesterday. Epic. It was amazing. I wanted to barf like a bunch of times, as per usual. I could not believe what my glutes looked like at the end of that workout. They were like legit so swole. It was crazy. Crazy. Anyway, so just for fun, after my training, I went and posed, because I pose almost every day after my training, just for a little bit, just to keep it, where it needs to be. And I decided to throw on my bikini. And oh my gosh, I have to tell you, I felt so exposed. Like, I haven't worn like that type of bikini in so long, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have so much butt showing. This is crazy. But obviously that was like what I was used to for the longest time. So I just thought that was funny, and I'm not switching to bikini unless for some reason I make a massive amount of gains this improvement season. But honestly, if I were to hit the stage in bikini, it would probably be like a 3-year improvement season at this point, and I don't know that I want to do that. So we're more than likely staying the fit model path, but I just throw it on. Sometimes I throw it on and I pretend to be a bikini girl. But yeah, I was just like so shocked that it was like, whoa, my butt, there's so much cheek edge. Anyway, I'm gonna do a full day of eating, maybe tomorrow, because today's a little crazy with the day. Tomorrow will be a better day for a full day of eating, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, bye. Good morning, it's Wednesday, and this is my attempt to do a full day of eating. We'll see if it happens. Today's actually not a great day to do a full day of eating because I have to prep a lot of my food. I ate a lot of my food yesterday, and because I am blessed to work at home, I don't do a stereotypical meal prep that most people do. I just cook like a crap ton of everything when I need it. So like last night I did cook a crap ton of a 96% ground beef, and like that was great. I say I actually, Bradley cooked it because I was doing dance mom stuff. So we have that, but I have nothing else. I bought chicken, so what I'm probably gonna do is instant pot some chicken. So I'll try to take you along for my food prep processes. I think, out of vegetables currently, so I need to cook those before I go to the gym. 10, 11. I'm trying to do math. Let's see how long I'm gonna be at the gym. So yeah. Oh, so what I am starting the day with is my everyday dose. It is the mushroom coffee. It has caffeine or coffee extract. It has like a bunch of really good nootropic mushrooms like lion's mane, chaga, I think. Hold on, let me see. What really sold me on everyday dose is I don't know if I told you the story about when I started Everyday Dose. So I had done another mushroom coffee before, and you know, because I was like, oh, I'm trying to like cut back on caffeine, but it was just not very good tasting. Okay, real quick, I have the ingredients: coffee, collagen, lion's mane, chaga, L-theanine, and nothing else. And so like the nothing else was actually what sold me. So my sister was talking about how she was having caffeine sensitivity, and this was like over a year ago, definitely over a year ago, because I've been drinking them for like over a year because I got a year subscription a couple months into it. Anyway, so I'm like explaining this mushroom coffee because I wasn't sold on the one that I had, and I was like, wait, there's no heavy metals or pesticides in this. And I was like, I need to give this a shot, because that's all the thing about like some of these coffees. They have mycotoxins, like mold, they have heavy metals, they have pesticides, and this one didn't. So I was like, let me give it a try, and I haven't looked back. I will say when I first tried it out, I just did a plain. It doesn't quite have the kick of like a black coffee, but I will tell you what I mix it with now. And also, caveat, that was like their, how many milligrams? I think it's like 35 milligrams caffeine in their low caffeine. They now have like a bold roast that I'm really excited to try. Actually, I have some packets and I should have tried them one of these days. Anyway, it's a little bit more caffeine. It's more like a 90 milligram caffeine. So not for the ones that are caffeine sensitive, because that's about a regular cup of coffee. But I need to try that and see if the taste is a little bit more similar to regular coffee. But anyway, so I have my everyday dose. I have been mixing my Gains in Bulk creatine packs. Actually, I have those to show you, because you're learning it here first. All of our sailors on the Team Flex cruise are going to get a instant creatine. It's not targeted advertised as creamer, but it works really great as a creamer. So I put that in, and then I just started doing, and call me like so late to this trend, but I just started doing collagen in my coffee additionally. So that's my drink right now. I'm not even putting any milks in it right now because I feel like the collagen makes it creamy enough. But I do have some coconut milk that I do, or like a can of like coconut milk. But anyway, today it's no milk. It's just everyday dose, my collagen creamer, no, my collagen, and then the creatine creamer. And it is freaking delicious. I'm obsessed with that. The link is in my description for Gains in Bulk. You need to try it out. Like, I bought a single pack before, which I think is only like 20 servings, and I like blew through that, and I gave so many away because I was like, you need to try this. And now I got like, I think I got like a 60 or 90 pack. I'm not sure. Anyway, I think it's 60. So that's my first meal of the day. All right, so that only ended up being about 65 grams of broccoli, which normally I like to be around the 150 range. Now, I realized that I said I didn't do chickpeas because of the gas factor, and honestly, broccoli is right up there too with the gas and the bloating. As you guys know, it's something I take out during my peak week for these reasons, but I usually, my preferred veggies to eat pre-workout are peas and carrots, that little mix, because it gets like an extra little dose of carbies too, which is nice. So I am getting 6 ounces of that 96% ground beef. Oh, so good. I love red meat, but it rarely fits in my macros, so I don't eat it a lot unless I have this extra lean stuff. But God, it is kind of expensive. I bought 4 pounds and it ended up being about $40. So when I'm trying to be more budget friendly, I will cut that from the rotation because yeah, it gets expensive. I also, like I've mentioned before, I do cut out the red meat during peak week just because it doesn't digest for me as well. You might be different. Nothing is ever one size fits all. So you can see this rice is like in a packet, which isn't ideal, but you know, sometimes life isn't ideal. Usually I like to cook this also in the Instant Pot, but that was taken by my chicken. So I also forgot that I was going to eat the couscous I made Monday. Thrive Organic has a really great brown rice couscous. I'll show you the box. I get a Thrive delivery once a month because they just have some stuff that I can't get at the regular stores. But this is the organic brown rice couscous. Gluten-free, of course. Macros are like, if you add the oil, 2.5 grams of fat and 34 grams of carbs and 4 grams of protein per serving. And there's 3 servings in each box, which is perfect because there's 3 of us in the family, even though, I mean, sometimes my kid will eat them, but normally it's just me eating it. So I portion it into thirds and, you know, do that. And when I'm eating the whole thing, it's nice because I don't have to be super accurate and like weigh the whole thing and divide that by 3 and then, you know, disperse that, which is what I would recommend for most people to do. But honestly, since I'm eating it all over a course of a couple days, it will course correct itself. If I got too much one day, it will all even it out. So that's the same thing with this bag of rice too. So I didn't weigh it out, but I'm probably gonna end up eating the rest of it tomorrow because my daughter doesn't like the bags of rice. And Brad is keto, so he's not going to eat this as well. So not stressing out if the exact amount of rice isn't half. I did approximately half. Oh, I'll get the other half tomorrow. Oh, lost me. The final piece of the meal is the olive oil. I have my organic olive oil in here in my misto sprayer, and I have this season, I bought a coffee scale. The brand is KAFFE. Just happened to be on clearance at Walmart. I think I talked about it before, but it is very accurate. My other scales I had been using did not measure under like 3 grams, so it was really hard to measure salt or olive oil out of a sprayer. But here, I tear out the sprayer and then I spray for a little bit. I've gotten pretty good at knowing like when I've hit where I need to be, and I'm at the 3 grams of olive oil that I want. And I guess super, super last is not the fridge, but I'm trying to not get it mad at my face. Stuff is salt. So salt is essential if you're sweating a lot. A lot of people demonize it, but I use a lot of salt. Let me flip this thing around. So this is my little, oh shit. This is my salt cellar thingy. I get the chunky salt and I just liberally apply this all over my meal. And since I'm in improvement season, I'm not really tracking my sodium, to be honest, because I don't need to be that accurate as far as amount wise, because I'm not hitting the stage anytime soon. So that's my pre-workout meal, and that took a whole lot longer than I thought it was going to take, but I hope you enjoy. So I'm off to go to the gym. I ate my lunch. I meant to take a video of it, but I didn't. It's in my belly now. Well, actually, it's probably right about here, but got my 40 ounces of water. I've already pounded one of these today. Probably kill that one at the gym. And then I have my pre-workout. You know, I don't even love the color pink. It just so happened that I have 2 pink vessels. This was an auction buy, so there's that. I didn't have much control, but I do like the stainless steel shaker cups. I think I've mentioned that before. I used to hate drinking pre-workout before workout, especially because I do 3 leg days a week. And I'm like, okay, and I'm hip thrusting a bunch. I'm going to have to pee. And then Gains and Bold came out with their no matter what pre-workout. And I was like, well, I have to try this now. And now I just really love pre-workout. I drink it on the way. And so here's the deal. It's like I drink so much water anyway. I have to pee all the time. So it really doesn't matter if I add like another 20 ounces of whatever liquid, and we'll just call it more hydration. But yeah, so my car is cooling off. I'm going to go now. I just realized I should probably plug this camera in, but I'll do that sometime. That's not right now. All right, wish me luck. Let's see if I puke. I haven't yet, but it's been close a couple times. Not out of bad things, but just out of pure exertion. Okay, we are home from the gym. Had a little auction pickup because I picked up a few outfits for the Team Flex crew. Some more. I know I have a problem. I was doing so good at the auction, but they announced an electric party with like neon stuff. So I was like, well, I need to get something neon-y now. And then the disco night, I got a new outfit for that, which is kind of glamorous. Okay. Anyway, our Instant Pot has been done for 2 hours and 15 minutes. And then over here, I've got some peas and carrots. I have 2 bags of that cooked up here. And then I will mix that with, not mix it, but I will eat that with some couscous and of course some olive oil. So I'm gonna grub on that, and then I'm gonna make some more oats because I tend to like to center a lot of my carbs, and I have like 260 or 280 of them. So I like to put a lot of them before my workout and a lot of them after. So that's gonna be what's happening here. So while my couscous is cooking, the other reason why I almost didn't record today is because I'm like thinking about taking my daughter out to boba and having the birds and the bees talk with her. I know she's in 5th grade and I haven't had this talk. Look, I come from a Catholic family, we just didn't talk about this, so I'm navigating this on my own, and I'm stressed out about it. Don't want to tell her the wrong thing. I have books. I just need to go over them with her. But because of that, you know, the macros might be a little cuckoo crazy. But again, I have tons of carbs. It might mean dinner. Like, it's not going to be a typical day if we go out to boba. I can tell you that, because that's going to be a big chunk of carbs that I would have had towards veggies or, you know, fruit. That's going to be used towards this boba if we go. I don't know. It would be a good day today because, excuse me, I just choked on some couscous. We don't have any activities. Usually we have aerial on Wednesdays, and every other week we have ice skating, but it's not an ice skating week and our aerial day changed. So I need to do this. I need to do this. Otherwise you're just going to find out somewhere else that's not going to be as good of a source. So just know that that might happen today. And so that will probably be an even better example of how you navigate, because, you know, life just, it happens. So anyway, I hope later today in this day, I'm holding a boba cup, because that means we're going to have the talk. Help me, somebody do this for me. Okay, I decided to go with 130 grams of the peas and carrots, just in case we do go to boba. That frees up a little bit more carbs later. And of course I'm salting generously, because salt makes everything better. And I sweat a gosh darn ton at the gym. Notably absent is my chicken. I tend to eat things in the easily digested to the hardest digested, so it'd be veggies, couscous, and then the chicken, which is in the Instant Pot. So I'm gonna let that stay warm, and then I'm gonna grab that after I'm done. Also, it's kind of juicy and it will like mix in with all the other stuff. I do like this seasoning on top of my carbs and veggies, so I'm just gonna sprinkle that on. And bon appetit for this. And here is my 6 ounces of chicken. All right, here's the leftover chicken. I will say, I probably should have put some more liquid in that, because the Instant Pot is like a mess right now. And so when you make chicken in an Instant Pot too, you want to put the leftover liquid in with the chicken, because that is what's going to keep it nice and moist throughout the week. So got a couple days worth of chicken there. I got my ground beef. I do need a third protein. I have some 93% in the fridge that needs to be cooked tonight, but I don't know that I'm going to eat that. I have like a soy-free tofu I want to try. I know, ew, tofu. I actually don't mind tofu. And this one's soy-free. The macros are actually ridiculous on it. So for my vegan friends, if you don't know about this, which one of my athletes, I have a few athletes that are vegan, but one of them didn't know about it. So I was like, girl, where you been? Like, this is where to go. So she's going to head to Sprouts and get that. So anyway, I have my oats. I just put them in the microwave. Oh, that was probably very loud. I should clip this on me. Hold on. Oh, okay. Right in the boobs. There we go. Okay. I have my oats here. I'm going to sprinkle, this is my spice drawer. I'm going to sprinkle some of this buttery cinnamon roll. Open up, please. There we go. Pew, 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 pew. Okay, now this is one of those things where it's like, okay, apparently this is 0 calorie. If I were in prep, I would be tracking that a lot more rigorously. But I'm not, so I'm taking the mental whatever off of that. I have some cinnamon here. Hold on, I'm gonna switch this my way because I can't open that with one hand. I used to be able to open things with one hand, but not anymore. Let's see if you can detect my face. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit, like this much cinnamon in there. Cinnamon is great to mix with carbs because it can help with the blood sugar spike, which is nice. I'm also going to put Thrive Organic natural peanut butter. I probably have like a referral code for anybody who wants to try Thrive out and save yourself a grocery trip to one of the more specialty grocery stores. Again, I only do it once a month because that's usually suffices. And I have carob powder. I'm gonna weigh this out because it does have a bit of a calorie and macro profile. Carob powder is a sister to the cocoa powder. It's almost a little bit sweeter. So if you haven't heard of it, it's C-A-R-O-B, carob. And you can I get it off Amazon, Anthony's Organic, something or other. So yeah, of course I'm going to weigh my peanut butter out. I'm gonna do full serving because improvement season. And the rest of my meats are honestly pretty low fat. Ooh, maybe I'll do some fish tonight, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. That'll be a game time decision. You can relieve a lot of stress if you plan out your macros ahead of the day, but like, again, I work from home, so I'm lucky I don't really need to do that, and I just kind of fly by the seat of my pants. But I've been doing this for a very long time. One of my tips right here is to negative weigh your peanut butter. So you tear it out, and then you take your spoonful out and you look for the scale to read negative blank, the amount that you want it to be. So in my case, it's 32 grams. And guess what I'm gonna also put in this? If you guessed salt, you're absolutely freaking right. Oh, I love sweet and salty. Full disclosure, I was doing a cream of rice post-workout. Rice and Grinds, the chocolate brownie flavor. I think I talked about it when I first got off prep. I was mixing it with that caramel, salted caramel, Skitty syrups. I broke that addiction. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think what actually helped me break that addiction was the Gains in Bulk, which uses a much cleaner sweetener, the stevia. So putting that in my coffee instead of the Skinny syrup helped taper off. It was my gateway out of that. So yeah, and then I got back to using my carob powder and everything was fine. But so I ran out of that legit yesterday. So I'm like trying to decide whether I want to spend the money to get these like designer cream of rices, because that's honestly what they are at this point. Like, cream of rice is not that expensive. And actually I saw something on the internet and it's like you can make your own cream of rice by just blending rice up in a blender. So I was like, and people say salt. Oh shoot, I got that everywhere. I tried to salt bae that and it backfired on me. People say that it tastes better when you make your own cream of rice. So maybe that will be an experiment. Maybe I'll try a YouTube short doing that and see how it goes. And like I can flavor my own protein or cream of rice, so I really don't need to spend $20 to $40 on a bag. So that's my thoughts about these bougie designer rice. Although I was talking to a girl today and she said there's a brand that has like a cookie butter flavored one, and I was like, what? And I'm also like, again, trying to save money, and then also like I get really upset when I buy things and they don't taste as good as I want them to. So I think I'm not gonna do it. I'll dwell on it for a little bit longer, see if they run any sales. All right, I'm gonna enjoy this and then I'm going to walk and work and then shower and then maybe boba. Maybe. All right, guys, be so proud of me because I did it. I had the talk. Went through it all. Yes, but we got the boba. I actually just tossed it out. I was going to get my normal milk tea boba. But then I asked them if they had any like sugar-free flavors, and I guess they did have a section that was like diet or whatever. And so I got their diet peach soda with crystal bobas. So I looked up crystal bobas in my Fitness Pal, and I added like a peach soda from Hanson's Diet. The crystal boba packets, 12 crystal boba, had 8 grams of carbs. I think I'm gonna up that to 16. There wasn't a whole lot of boba in it, so I'm thinking that's probably going to be approximately accurate, and that's kind of what you gotta do when you have audibles like that. But I'm so glad I got that over with. She was ready to get it over with too. She didn't really want to talk about it, but like I said, I never really got talked about that. So I was happy to do that with her. I do have some fun new fruits. Not really new, I guess, but a plum cot. Bought plum cots at Sprouts last night, so I think I might have one of those and then continue my walk. I behind on my walking because some cat over here right there was on my lap for about an hour. So couldn't really do my walking because he was just too busy purring. Did I show you my nails for the week? I don't know that these are going to stay on that long. Sometimes the stickers are really hard to peel off, and those times I'm like, these MRFers are going to stay on for a week, but most of them were really easy to pull off except for these guys. The ones with the patterns were a little harder, so they might actually be a little harder to pull off. But we'll see. We shall see, shan't we? Shan't we? Anyway, I'll update you if I eat a plum cot. And then for dinner, I don't know what I'm eating for dinner yet. We have to go. I'll probably eat dinner at 5. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do because she has a fundraiser at her school that she wants to go to at like 5:30. So probably hop off here in about 10 minutes. Ugh, gonna be so short on my steps today. But we'll go for our walk after, and then if I still need walking, then I will go ahead and do that upstairs. I don't know if it's this heat or what, but I've been zonked in the afternoons. It's been hot though. All right, bye. Okay, so snacking on a plum cot real quick. I don't know that I've had one of these before. Look at this. This is a juicy MRF. Like, let me see if I can get some ASMR. I'm like having a love affair with this right now. This is so good. If you have these at your local Sprouts, get them. Oh my God. Okay, I'm having a quick dinner. I had some leftover chicken, but only a little bit, so that's only like 2 ounces of chicken. And then I have some chickpeas that I did not eat earlier, that I usually have earlier in the day, but I didn't eat. So I'm gonna have them now. I still have a lot of carbs and some fat, so I think I'm gonna have some rice cakes with some jam and peanut butter and some watermelon. But oh my gosh, the plum cots. Let's see what Baby Walker's eating. Baby Walker. It's not a baby, but
I'm eating peas, bread with butter, and eggs with a lot of salt.
she's a salt head too. Sorry, friends. So yeah, that's what's for dinner. Okay, got dinner round 2. 300 grams of watermelon, Black Diamond watermelon.
And I'm still on my dinner. She eats very fast.
All right, we're on my final meal of the day. It's going to be peanut butter and jelly rice cakes. So I'm going to have one of these rice cakes. Ew. I don't know what just flew over there. With some peanut butter on it. No, jelly jam is what I have in my hands. I'm gonna do 20 grams. Baby Walker still isn't done. There we go, that's 20. Then I'm going to do a half serving of this. Negative tearing out. Give me a knife, Baby Walker. Big girl Walker, please.
Magic word?
Yes. Don't throw that to me. Were you gonna say catch? Don't throw that. You might want to change into shorts too, babe. Girl.
I'm not the baby.
You are not. I'm just teasing. But she might need to change into shorts because we are going to a sliding place today.
Slick City.
All right.
Featuring Olympus.
You can lick the knife when you negative tear. Oh, that cat wants my rice cakes. Back it up, back it up. All right. And that's it for the day. I got to get this kid to the fundraiser. Hope you enjoyed my day, full day of eating, improvement season edition, gluten-free, dairy-free. Lots of good stuff though. Bye.